Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. So this time we're going to be going over a few things you might have not known about your car. So let's find out what they are in this video. So this first one is super beneficial for figuring out which side of the car your gas cap is on. So this really pertains more so to rental cars, but after a long day you might be tired and you might forget which side of the car the gas cap is on. So as you can see, mine is on the passenger side of the car, but from the inside of the car, I might forget if it's on the driver's side or the passenger side. So if I get into the interior and I look at my dashboard, you can actually see that the symbol for your gas actually has a little arrow next to it. And that arrow indicates which side of the car the gas tank is on. So I just think it's really interesting that you can be inside of the car and the arrow points to the right. So if we come over to the right side of the car, you have your gas cap. So, you're pulling up to a gas station, you quickly want to know which side of the car it's on, but you forgot, or maybe you just don't know because it's a rental car. Well, you just look at the arrow and it'll tell you which side of the car it's on. I just want to go ahead and give another example of this. So keep in mind, the 8.6 was showing an arrow pointing to the right, so the gas cap was on the right side of the car. But if we look into the Camry, it's actually showing an arrow to the left. So if we come out here, well, of course, the gas cap is on the left side of the car. So this next one pertains to the gas cap as well, but it's a pretty cool trick, and I do believe that most cars have this installed from the factory. So if we take a look at my gas cap, of course, it comes with this little string that's attached to it, but if I go ahead and pull this out, I know a lot of people, when they pull this out and they're filling up gas, they'll just let it sit on the car, which could scratch it, or, you don't want to do that. But actually most cars, as you can see, there's these two little hooks. You can actually put the cap right in there, and then when you're filling up, it just sits right there and it doesn't touch the car, and it's just less chances to scratch the car. So it's super beneficial, and most cars do have this from the factory. So the third one on the list is actually going to be comparing the difference between a check engine light and a maintenance required light. So a check engine light usually means something is wrong with the car because the computer has detected it. So computers in these cars are very smart and they can detect a lot of problems. So pretty much if that pops up, that means the computer in the car has detected a problem with the car. A maintenance required light is nothing to worry about. So pretty much a maintenance required light comes on at a set interval based off of your mileage. So let's say, for example, 5,000 miles. It'll come up every 5,000 miles, pretty much just reminding you that, hey, you need to do an oil change or your regular upkeep with the car. It's really just there to remind you, and it's not saying that there's anything wrong with the car. The fourth one on the list is going to be to check your spare tires. So a lot of people completely forget about this, and they might not even know that the spare tire in the back of their car is completely flat. So this of course defeats the purpose of a spare tire, because let's say one of your actual tires gets flat and you go to your spare tire, you find out that it has no air in it. What are you going to do, right? So you really want to make sure that you're checking your spare tire ever so often, just to make sure it has air in it and it's in good condition, so that when it comes time to use it, you can actually use it. So the final one on the list is going to be a bit controversial, but I believe that you need to let your car warm up. Now, a lot of people don't even know that you need to let your car warm up. Now, on the other hand, there are people that say you don't need to do it, it's completely pointless, but I believe it's very beneficial for the car, because the oils in the engine need to be up to operating temperature before you can actually drive the car. Now, yes, if you just do it one time, you're in a rush, you really need to go, and you don't let the car warm up, it's totally fine. It's not going to break, especially on a newer car. But over the span of, let's say, 10 years, you're definitely going to see a lot more wear on your engine than if you were to let it warm up every morning before you drive it. Now, I'll give you a little example of this. So I guess this is pretty much proof to it, but my 8.6 in particular actually has a different RPM at idle for the first 30 to 40 seconds of driving it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the car, and you'll see that when I start it, it's going to be at a set RPM. So as you can see, the car is at 1500 RPM. And I'm going to give it just a few seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, and you'll be able to hear it. So as you can hear, it just settled down, and now it's at a different RPM. So at first it was at 1500, and now it's right around 1,000. So this really proves that you do need to let the car warm up, because if Toyota from the factory didn't implement a tune into the car that has it idle at 1500 RPM for the first 30 seconds, and then after that 30 seconds it drops down to its idle, which is around a little under 1,000, that would pretty much mean that Toyota wants you to warm up the car for at least those 30 seconds, because once it drops down, that's pretty much the car telling you, hey, it's ready to drive. You know, the car's up to a good temperature. And now it's not operating temperature, but it's definitely a better temperature than in when it's completely cold. So I'm sure a lot of people didn't know about this, and like I said, it's not going to kill the car if you don't do it, but what's 30 seconds of your time out of the day just to do it to have a much longer lasting engine in your car? If you enjoyed this video and want to see many more just like it, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll definitely be doing a lot more videos just like it. We'll see you in the next one.